It is an incredibly nice day outside. Why didn't I go out earlier? Sandwich time! Subway sandwiches. Check it out, my bodybuilding.com supplements came. Cytogainer, chocolate malt. Trying this out, Assault, my pre-workout. I have cellmass here. They had a special, so I got 3. Also I got a gym bag for free. I was just watching Charles Trippy's video about his camera, which is the same camera that I have here, the Canon ELPH 110 HS Powershot. Anyway, as you notice, he was talking about how he had dropped it a couple times and it goes out of focus. Did you ever notice that with mine? I'm pretty sure you did. It would get me so annoyed because I would have to delete so much footage. It just goes out of focus while I talk. So I thought that I would go to Best Buy to check out what I can get with my warranty. Check out all the Teslas today. There's so many. What? Made it to Best Buy. Let's check it out. Look at this. I can like lift it up. They don't even have my camera anymore. What? This one looks like mine. I found it. It looks exactly like my camera. Not a big fan of these Chromebooks here. I think that they're marketing it all wrong. Should be marketed toward old people. Best Buy was totally useless. They said it'll take 3 weeks. And they couldn't say what's wrong with my camera too. They're like, oh, it's supposed to do that. Really? It's supposed to go out of focus? I don't think so. Oh, it's the cat tank again. I'm back at Urban. Yeah, none of this clothes in here is my style anymore. It's like mass-produced hipster items. Okay, I'm back home. Since that was totally failed, pretty much the people at Best Buy were like, yeah, your lens is dirty. Maybe that's what's causing the thing. So I just cleaned you guys off. Hopefully that'll help. What's up? I'm headed off to the gym. I'll see you guys there. I did my good deed for the day. So there was a homeless guy who was asking for some money and I gave him $10. Because I feel like, especially right now, we need to be all working together. I still have hope that there's good in this world. Especially after all these things that's been going on. Made me feel better too. Since I didn't film too much footage today, I thought I would share with you another really short college story. This one had to do with my proudest college moment. Actually, this is just one of many. This was the most recent proudest college moment. In my senior year, I took this class called VBA, which is a programming class, Visual Basic for Applications, that lets you program the back end of Excel, Microsoft Word, and PowerPoint. In senior year, my final semester, it helped a lot in work. I think it's a good idea to take it because it really helps, especially if you're going to be using spreadsheets, which if you're going to do any kind of business, you're going to be using lots of spreadsheets. Anyway, the final exam, the professor comes in, and this is my last final exam ever for school. Anyway, the professor comes into the class and he's like, I made a mistake. I made the exam a little bit too hard, and but this will separate the A's from the A pluses. Yeah, when he clicks the start button, the program runs itself and it did all these different things. And he says you have to replicate that by programming. And so I started with my programming code and I basically created a math equation that could solve this problem. I figured it out and I was able to solve it in an hour. The test is 2.5 hours and I was the first one done. I was like, did I really just figure this out in only an hour? I ran the code and it worked and I was just like, I'm done. Bam! Like a boss. And I got up and I turned in my final exam. Everybody looked up at me like, I hate you. Are you serious? How did you get this? And I walked out of the class and it was my final exam ever. Yeah, so proud. I'm so proud of me. Off to Chipotle again. Yeah, yo. Look at our Chipotle collection of napkins here. What? Okay, Chipotle napkin stacking time. Check it out. Check it out. Look how many napkins that is. I just finished watching my Netflix movie. This time it was called the movie The Impossible, which came out last year, starring Naomi Watts and Ewan McGregor. This movie was nominated for an Academy Award for Best Actress for Naomi Watts. And Roger Ebert, the best film critic in the world, also said that it was one of the best films in 2012, so I had to watch it. This is like one of the last movies of 2012 that I hadn't seen that is worth seeing. It is actually a true story based off of the tsunami that hit Southeast Asia in 2004, if you remember, during Christmas time. It killed hundreds of thousands of people. It was very devastating. The story follows only one of those families that was affected, and it did a pretty good job in teleporting us back to that event. It was incredibly devastating to watch. The scene where the tsunami hits was so well filmed. It looked so real. The acting was amazing. Ewan McGregor, I don't know how, but he always somehow is able to avoid getting nominated for anything. He has this one scene in the movie where seriously was the most heartbreaking thing. I think Naomi Watts definitely deserved the nomination for Best Actress. Her performance of a mother who experiences her children die during the tsunami is like the worst thing, and she suffers these terrible injuries that are like so gruesome. Having said this, although the movie was incredibly well made, incredibly well acted, I'd have to say that the screenplay really brought the movie down. I watched the special features. They said that they decided to tell a story about how humans come together during a disaster. However, it didn't really come across to me that way in the movie, and I felt like they could have done a lot better job of setting up characters that we really did care about. You see a lot of pain in the movie. It's not very well placed because you don't really know too much about these characters. You just kind of feel really bad for them and the situation that they're in. Other than that, A+ for acting. A+ for visual effects. The direction was amazing. The screenplay really brought it down. It just stuck out with a very, very sore thumb because everything else was so great in the movie. My final rating for The Impossible out of 4 stars is 3 stars. Still really good. I think it's worth watching. Frodo Synthesis. This is so morbid. Haha, someday, son, you'll be big enough to carry me around. Look, I was looking, this is my retainer, my mouth guard that I wear because I grind my teeth so much at night. And check it out, this is like my new one, and look, I ground through it, there's a hole in it already. What? Hey, what up guys? I get a lot of questions asking about the brands of gym clothes that I wear all the time, so I thought I would do a video showing my favorite brands. You want to make sure you look good in the gym. One thing that definitely helps is how the shirts are cut and how they fit. So I thought I would talk a little bit about each brand so you can make a pretty good informed decision when you are shopping online. I thought I would help you guys out.